Unlock the secrets of irresistible attraction. Today, I unveil the psychological tactics employed by master seducers to captivate any woman's heart. These powerful methods are designed to expedite the journey of making a woman fall deeply in love with you. Let's dive into these compelling strategies that will transform how you approach and connect with women. Trick 1. Smile at her. Sometimes making a good impression on a girl can be as easy as giving her a simple smile. A study by CLA Conway University in the United Kingdom has shown that people who smile and make direct eye contact during initial contact are attractive and interesting to those they are looking at. The subjects interviewed in the study reported feeling more comfortable when faced with happy and confident faces. So, I suggest that before approaching a girl you want to make a good impression on, give her a smile. Her brain perceives you as someone positive, friendly, and attractive to her. Trick 2. Mention her name. Our name is the most important word to our ears. Some experts claim that calling someone by their name makes them feel valued, special, and highly regarded. This makes it easier to establish a deeper and more meaningful connection between you and the person you address by name. Once you mention a girl's name, her brain shifts its focus away from other tasks to pay closer attention to you. As if you were manipulating it with just one word, her name. To create this effect on any woman, you must first ask for her name and second, mention it at least 3 times during the conversation. You will notice that she might be a little nervous during the conversation, but this is because while you mention her name, she feels unique and special. At that moment, she feels valued and important since few men take into account mentioning the word she identifies with the most, her name. Trick 3. Mimic her gestures. There is a psychological phenomenon called the chameleon effect. According to this effect, we have a tendency to unconsciously mimic the person we are interacting with, especially if we like them or have a good impression of them. It has been proven that subtly mimicking the gestures and tone of voice of a person makes them start to like you because unconsciously, their brain tells them that you are very similar or have many things in common. That's why I suggest that when you are talking to the girl you want to make a good impression on, subtly mimic her gestures. For example, if she looks down and then up again, wait a few seconds and then do the same. If she touches her hand, touch your forearm a few seconds later. If she touches her hair, touch one side of your neck, getting closer or farther from the area where she touched. If she speaks in a low tone, do the same. By subtly imitating her gestures, you'll appear more like her and succeed in making a good impression on her. Trick 4. Look her in the eyes or forehead. It doesn't matter if you hear her perfectly. It doesn't matter if you're very close to her. If you don't look into the eyes of the person you're talking to, they'll think you care very little about what they're saying. If you want to make a good impression on a woman, you must let her know that you're genuinely interested in what she's saying. And this is achieved with the simple gesture of looking her in the eyes or forehead while she's talking to you. A psychological phenomenon called the gaze effect demonstrates that when we look into someone's eyes, we establish a deeper and more authentic connection with them, unlike with someone we don't look at. Additionally, according to the same study, making eye contact increases the confidence the person feels towards you and makes their brain see you as someone familiar, as if they've known you for a long time. So, if you want to make a good impression on any woman, look her in the eyes while you're talking to her. This will increase her confidence in you and make her feel that you value what she thinks and says. Trick 5. Talk about the topic that interests her most. There's no topic more interesting than the one a person likes. According to Maria Monner's book, Formation of Man, human beings are filled with tendencies, including investing time or energy in listening to someone talk about the topic they like the most. So, we tend to want to listen to someone who likes the same things as us and talks about them. That's why no matter how good you look, how much money you have, or who you are, you'll bore the girl you like if you don't talk to her about the topic that interests her the most. So, to make a good impression on the girl, I advise you to find out beforehand, if possible, what topic she's most passionate about. If you don't know how to do it, ask me in the comments how to find out a girl's topic of interest. Trick 6. Ask her for a small favor. There's a psychological effect called the Benjamin Franklin effect that you can use to make a good impression on or be liked by a woman. According to this psychological effect, a person likes you when they do you a favor, even if they don't like you. Their brain strives to maintain coherence between the action of doing you a favor and their perception of you. It's as if they're saying in their mind, if I do this favor for her, it's because I like her. So, ask her for small favors to make her see you in a different light. For example, assuming you know the woman you like, ask her this: Maria, could you please tell me the time? Maria, could you please lend me a pencil? Assuming you don't know her, ask her this: Hello, miss, could you please help me find this address? Trick 7. Focus on her and talk very little about yourself. Since we were very young, we love to be the center of attention. According to some studies, we prefer talking about ourselves more than listening or knowing about others. So, the best conversation for a person is the one that revolves around themselves. The reason for this is that when a person talks about themselves, it activates the brain's reward mechanisms and releases a hormone that makes the person feel a certain satisfaction and well-being while talking about themselves. That's why, if you want to make a good impression on a girl, let her talk as much as she wants so that she feels this sense of well-being and sees you not as a boring guy but as someone who talks about interesting topics with her, allowing her to express herself freely. If you do this, she will feel that you are someone who knows how to converse and she will like you very much. Trick 8. Give her compliments. According to a university in Pennsylvania, compliments have an interesting psychological effect on people's minds. In a study conducted by the same university, it was shown that giving a compliment benefits both the giver and the receiver. But the study also discovered two more things. First, we hold back because we don't know what others think about us. And second, we become dependent on compliments when we receive them frequently. This means that you can make the girl you want to impress become dependent on you through your compliments. So, if you want to make a good impression while also making her addicted to your compliments, think of things about her that are real to create a compliment from it. When you do this, you'll notice that she will chase after you to continue feeling the sensation that your compliments give her. If you don't know what compliments to give her, ask me in the comments. Trick 9. Improve your communication skills. To make people like you, especially women, we must work on some points that directly impact how we communicate. The vast majority of men neither listen to their voice when they speak nor do they care about their body language. This makes them more boring and less interesting to women. According to studies on communication, with our mouth, we communicate only 30% of what we want to say, while with body language, we express 70% without using a single word. So, to improve your communication skills, let's start with your body language. If you want women to have more confidence in you and want to approach you, maintain an open posture. Keep your arms apart at shoulder width and avoid crossing your legs. Keep your back straight, shoulders lifted, and your forehead at a level where you can look at the horizon without problems. Also, release any tension in your facial muscles, relax them, and maintain a slight smile. With these simple changes in your body language, you'll notice the impact you'll have when communicating with a woman. Also, something very powerful that you can improve is your voice. If you want me to tell you how, write to me in the comments. Trick 10. Leave at the best moment of the conversation. After applying all these tricks to make a good impression or attract a woman, we realize that everything worked perfectly. But later, we notice that the girl has been losing interest in us. What was the mistake? The mistake lies in the same conversation we have every day with that girl. The brain stores a lot of information about how interesting the conversation was with a person, but it is worth noting that it concludes how good and satisfying the conversation was based on the amount of emotions the person felt just at the moment you said goodbye. For example, if you and the girl are talking, the conversation is a bit boring, and you decide to say goodbye at that moment when she is feeling very few emotions, her brain will conclude that you are not so interesting and that it is not worth continuing to talk to you because you generate few emotions. But on the contrary, if you and the girl are talking about a super interesting topic for her or laughing about something they are talking about, and you say goodbye to her at that moment when her emotions are very high, her brain will remember you as a fun, intelligent guy who stimulates the girl's emotions. So, when you're talking to the woman you want to impress, talk about what interests her, make her laugh, and when you feel that she is very excited, leave at that moment. Tell her you have to go and, you will remember me. Or rather, this Corona community. Subscribe for more tips like this. Have you subscribed yet? Trick 11. FBI Seduction Method. Just as seen in movies, FBI agents are psychologically trained precisely so they can infiltrate any kind of activity to extract the necessary information to complete an operation. One of the most used methods by these agents is the so-called mirroring method, which we can use to easily seduce a woman and obtain all the information about her, which we can subtly take into account to adapt ourselves to the type of man she's looking for. This method is based on adapting your body language, posture, and tone of voice to the woman you're talking to, plus another ingredient, the repetition of the last 3 words of each sentence she mentions. For example, if you ask her, "Mary, what do you like in men?" and she responds, "I like them to be honest," to continue subtly extracting information, emphasize the last 3 words and end in a high tone, something like, "to be honest." This way, she will initially feel that you value her words a lot, and in passing, she will explain to you the reasons why she likes honest men. Additionally, this method of communication makes her talk incessantly about herself without you having to reveal very important information about yourself. When you do this, she will feel that you are actively listening to her, she will feel valued by you, and she will provide you with the information you need to adapt if you have not already to the type of man she is looking for. Subscribe, like this video, and comment your opinion. If you want to learn even more about how to win over a woman, click on the video on the screen. Don't waste time and learn now. Until next time, seducer, hacker of female minds.